So I took my other AR out to the range 2 weeks ago, and it worked pretty well. I was happy with it, but one thing I'm going to change, and I forgot to bring this with me, is I was going to change out the buffer and see how an H buffer worked instead of the standard weight buffer. I have the standard weight buffer in there right now, and the gun was working pretty well. It wasn't doing a lot of gas to the face or anything, but I wanted to see. So this is my standard spring for my 300 Blackout. My 300 Blackout rifle, 16-inch, has a H buffer in it, had as of a moment ago, and I'm taking out the standard buffer, and I'm going to swap it with 300 Blackout because I don't shoot that nearly as much. And if that's running a little quicker on the bolt, that's not a big deal. This guy has, like I said, standard buffer. I'm just swapping it for the H buffer. And I will see how that works. There we go. Next time we go to the range. I'm going to have to lube this too, so I'll keep that out. Speaking of heavy buffers, this is my favorite rifle. This is my first rifle that I built. It's a 14.5-inch mid-length gas system assembled rifle with a pin and welded brake on here. This guy is not a good rifle to shoot indoors, and because it's got the pin and welded brake, either I could take the brake off and put like another muzzle device on here that could fit a suppressor, or I could just deal with it as it is and have my suppressed firearms be something else, and I think that's what I'm going to do. This gun has a 2X primary arms scope that I absolutely love. This is the GLX 2X Prism, and it's sighted in really well for 5.56, and it works 50 to 200 yards, and I've gone to 300, but I haven't gone any further than that. It's got a good graduation on it, good ranging, good options for the ACSS reticle, and off to the side I have a Holosun. This is the 407C, so just the dot, but it has this solar backup and can run and kind of give me a dot relative to ambient light. So I like that quite a bit. It's a good system, and this thing somehow is perfectly gassed. With 223, it just functions. And then with 5.56, this thing's a pussycat. It is so nice. Not just with recoil because of the brake, but just the impulse of shooting this is so soft, so clean. It's got a H2 buffer in here, and you know, it's not the fastest cycling gun, but it is such a predictable, easy shooting gun that I love it. It's also on the heavy side. This rail on here, this quad rail, is absolutely from 2009, and it really heavy. It's a rifle length Yankee Hill quad rail, but you know what? It works. Not a lightweight gun at all, but definitely will get the job done. There, and as I said, I'm going to be pulling apart, not pulling apart, but cleaning really quickly my bolt carrier grip. I'm just doing a quick inspection as well for any kind of wear, abnormal wear. I have not had enough rounds on this thing to really see much, but that's 130 rounds of suppressed fire right there. This was super clean before I took it out last time. It's actually a little bit of wear on the side of the gas key, which is still plenty tight. If you want to see, oh yeah. So if you want to test the rings, it won't work great here, but it shouldn't like fall down if you stand it up on the bolt. And it's not, so that's good. Still got good rings. You don't have to use fancy lube for your gun. You can use Mobil 1, which is fine. I have a vial of Mobil 1 in the grip of my AR, but this is the Lucas Extreme Duty Gun Oil, and I just want to put something a little thicker than Mobil 1 on here, both excuse me, both to protect it and also because it's going to be running suppressed. I want to have just a little extra on there for that. I also want to check my ejector spring is fine. Obviously, the best indicator of extractor and ejector tension is your pattern of extraction and ejection. If you start having issues, it's probably one of those guys. There we go. And a little bit on here, just because that interfaces with the buffer and kind of slides in. It's not a high wear point, but might as well. Just a metal protectant. Ah, smells good. A little bit more. That's it. If you put too much oil on, you can get a little in your safety, and I've had old oil in safeties get it kind of gummy. Make sure your safety's still moving freely. And that's it. I'm going to turn that down actually. I'm not going to shoot for a while. I love this thing. See you guys.